I'm Sandra from Hutchings Farm, and I have 2 acres of market garden. I have 3 separate gardens. I'm going to show you all 3 today. They are all in various stages, and some of them I'm proud of, and there is one garden that I'm not proud of and I'm embarrassed to show you, but I feel that you need to see it. This is my front garden. It's near the road. We did have strawberries in it. They ran their course. We are now hoping to plant garlic in here. We are going to flame the weeds, and hopefully that's going to help. They have to be fairly small when they are flamed, or it takes a really long time. It will get the ragweed. The crabgrass is a lot harder to get rid of because the root system is just so long. I call this garden my salad jar garden, and because it is by the store, it gets a lot of my attention as well to keep the weeds down because people are seeing it. The methods that we use are organic methods, but I don't choose to call it that. I like the words farm fresh. We use our own animal manure to fertilize. We pull weeds by hand, and we use no chemical spray in the garden. We do still have weeds. This garden isn't perfect, but I can tolerate it. I get a lot of compliments on this garden, and like I said, I keep it nice because basically I'm walking past it constantly, going to the barn to do chores, so I spend a lot more time and attention on this garden. Now, behind the barn is the third garden that I'm going to show you. This is something that I struggled with showing you. I'm not proud of this garden. It is a lot of work, and it is put back there for a lot of reasons, namely because it has a lot of the vinier vegetables that I grow, the squash, the pumpkins. There is corn planted, potatoes, tomatoes, and various other things back there. We do have beehives in the corner, so it is strategic. So I don't have to keep that garden perfect. People don't get to see it and often don't even know that it's back there. I'm going to go back and share with you the third garden. Prepare yourself. So the third and final garden that I have here to show you is just over an acre, and I am not proud of this garden. It has been taken over by ragweed. It did not look like this last year. Last year my son Aiden and I were in there constantly pulling the weeds. This year has gotten away from me weather-wise, and yesterday I have to admit it really hurt my state of mind. It left me feeling depressed, and I just didn't want to deal with it, so I walked away and left it to Krista to come in here. I had noticed on my squash plants a lot of the leaves were dying, and my first thought was that we had been hit by frost in the night and I didn't hear the warning. I'm going to walk over and show you the real reason for my squash issues. So yesterday we discovered that we had squash bugs in our squash plants. Now what the squash bugs do, they use their tongue to poke a hole in the leaf, and they basically just suck all the juice or sap out of the leaf until the leaf is dead, and then they move on. So it kills the leaves, kind of has like a mildewy look to it, but from what I have researched, that is the bugs. So I am going to go and get some bags and see if I can't bag these diseased leaves and try to get as many of the bugs out of here that I can, just so that I can save my squash. Like I said, I don't get me wrong. I mean, the weeds in here are bad. This garden isn't a complete failure, but when you do have weeds, it decreases your yield. So, and I'll show you, I'll go around and I'll show you all the positive things that are coming in the garden and the things that make me happy. But yeah, this garden is really it's making me feel kind of bad. I have some gourds coming. We will use these in the fall baskets that we like to do. And as you can see just from this one plant, I've got pumpkins coming. I use the seeds that I harvested from last year. And I do have a lot of pumpkins growing in this garden. I do have lots of tomatoes that I pick, and potatoes. Unfortunately, my corn didn't do well this year. I have butternut squashes coming along nicely. I also have spaghetti squash that's coming along nicely as well. Lots of great big long pumpkins. I even have some pumpkins that are turning orange already, getting ready for Halloween. So basically what I'm trying to say is, if you follow me on social media, I have a lot of pretty pictures, I have a lot of positive posts, and that's the way I believe that it should be. But I do have my hard and difficult days. Days like yesterday where I just felt completely defeated by this garden. I am not proud of this garden, but it is giving me lots of vegetables. I do have a better plan for next year of how I'm going to reorganize this and flame it, possibly, to get rid of the ragweed issue that I have. And hopefully next garden will have a better yield. Thanks for watching.